What is up, everybody? I am the Fool, and I am making a Minecraft server from scratch. The system I built this last week took a little longer than expected because making custom mobs in Minecraft is pretty difficult since Mojang does not give us very good tools as developers. Luckily, I got the baseline to work pretty decently, so we can go into a game here real quick and check it out. Alright, the game's starting in a couple seconds. And as you can see, some cows start chasing me with custom health bars. Ignore that skeleton in the back. I think I kind of broke it a little bit. I turned off damage on the cows so I don't immediately die. As they jump, they would usually be doing damage to me. And then if I go into creative mode here real quick before I die, since I'm an admin and I'm in creative mode, they do not target me anymore. Let me go back and do serve. Actually, I'm gonna go grab a sword real quick. There we go. Go back to survival mode. Let me kill all the cows. And then after killing all the cows, they should respawn again in a couple seconds. Yep, there they go. And they are back attacking. My next step here would probably be to have them drop some loot, maybe just some gold for now, and give XP or something. And then after that, making more complex mobs with more complex attack patterns, like maybe a summoner, like a necromancer or something. I don't want to make the mobs too difficult because I'm kind of going for more of a hack and slash rather than something complicated like Minecraft. And speaking on game design terms, I finally refined the vision for the server so I can show you guys a diagram on that and what I had planned for that. Also, feel free to leave your Minecraft username in the comments, and I will make sure to give you guys a special rank when the server launches, just for being here on day one. And then if somehow we get to 20 subscribers, maybe I'll start a Discord channel, Discord server, or the server, and then maybe try to get a beta server out there once I refine things a little more and make a better map. So yeah, let me go to my whiteboard and sketch out what I had in mind for the actual server. So we have the hub world, which is the home base for the players. So yeah, the lore of the server would probably be the player are a part of a adventurers guild on the outskirts of like some sort of kingdom. And this adventurers guild has found a abandoned dungeon slash castle, and the lower you go down the dungeon, the more difficult it gets. Kind of like Dante's Inferno, like the different layers, and the different layers are completely different. They have their custom biomes and stuff, custom mobs that get more dangerous the more lower you go down. So there's a risk reward sort of system. So the players start in an adventurers guild, or are a part of an adventurers guild. There's a quest board with stuff like slay mobs, take down high value targets, loot certain things, maybe go investigate this specific area lower down in the dungeon. There's gonna be like an enchanter, enchantress. The players get items in the dungeon and they go enchant it to get better enchants, to get more stronger, kind of like the Hypixel Pit with their enchanting system. So there's a sort of game loop here where the player gets items in the dungeon, they enchant it to get more powerful, then they go back in and die with that item, then they sort of need to work their way back to get where they were once. And then we have the banker/market. You can store items in your stash, exchange currencies. Maybe there'll be a global player market where they can sell items and materials. And then in the Adventurers Guild itself, there'll be a gate or some sort of like pathway to the castle. And then that's when the players would get transferred to the game server. And then they'd be in an instant sort of mini game where they have a certain amount of time to explore the ruin and go down as far as possible within the time limit and extracting successfully or dying. So I was thinking in the castle itself, the first layer would probably be just the castle, and then maybe like the crypt area, and then maybe it gets weirder, like maybe the biome completely changes to like an underground forest or something. And then I could see how players who get frustrated with, like, let's say there's like 7 layers total. Let's say the player just wants to get straight to layer 7 without the grind of working all the way down. Maybe there would be a special enchantment that you could put on an item, or maybe a special trinket. You could consume the item itself to like magically like teleport to the layer 7, or there could be a separate hub area, like a new hub, halfway between the layers, like a safe space. And then once you get like to a certain level, you do a certain quest or pay a certain amount of gold, you can freely enter that safe hub area. Maybe there's like a secret staircase in the hub that transfers you to the secret hub. Anyways, if you guys have any more ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments. And like I said, if we get to 20 subscribers, I will make a Discord server and start working on early access to the server. And leave your username, Minecraft username, in the Discord, in the description. And I could probably figure out your UUID and then give you a rank, like just so that you guys have bragging rights, just to see like, oh, I was here day 1. So I think that would be kind of cool. Anyways, so yeah, see you next video.